Hi guys, it's Miss Witt. I'm sorry that I can't be there today. I am home with my sick kiddo. But I want you guys to do the last step to prepare for your constitutional convention negotiations. So, I'm going to share my screen and show you the document that you're going to be working on. We'll go over the key issues that you're going to decide at the convention. And I'll go over how I want you to finish preparing for the negotiation. So, the document that you guys will be filling out is, let me get it. Let me get it up on my screen here, is this negotiations sheet. So everyone in your group is going to have this negotiation sheet, and you're all going to need to have it filled out because every single person in your group will be part of the negotiations at some point. So everyone in your group is going to need to know what your state or group of states thinks about each of these issues for the negotiation in order to be prepared. So before you start working on this negotiation sheet with your group, I want you to get out 2 resources, right, to help you remember what your state thinks about these issues. The first one is your state delegate information sheet questions, right? So this is what your state thinks about the different issues and the 5 most important issues to your state. Okay, so get out that piece of paper. You are also going to want the state delegate information sheet that's posted on Google Classroom, right? Those 2 things are going to help you remember what your state cares about, okay? Because remember, you want to represent your state or your group of states in the negotiation. So the negotiation sheet is set up so that there are 15 key issues that are going to be decided at the Constitutional Convention. Now, some of these things your state will feel strongly about, right? Like, so several states care a lot about the number of lawmakers per state. If you're a small state, having 1 lawmaker per state helps protect your power against bigger states. Bigger states want to have a larger say in the government, and so maybe they want it to be based on populations. Well, a lot of states have opinions about this. Some of these other issues like the courts or impeachment, none of your packets say anything about what your state thinks about that. So you guys as a group of reasonable people will have to decide what you think is the best solution. Now, everyone in your group is going to be filling this negotiation sheet out. So for each issue, you want to pick your group's first choice and your second choice. And you can write a 1 or a 2. Another idea is you circle your first choice and write a 2 next to your second choice. But you're going to have to decide your first and second choice for every single issue. Okay, so you'll be deciding the structure of the legislature, which means the number of lawmakers, or sorry, the number of groups of lawmakers. You have to be deciding how many lawmakers each state gets. Are you going to have an executive? So someone who's in charge of running the country and enforcing laws, kind of like a king or a president? Or does your state feel strongly that you don't want a leader for the national government? What are you going to call the executive? So that gives you 3 options. For all of these, your group can suggest an alternative that you think is better. That could be a combination of one of 2 of the other options, or it could be something else entirely that you come up with. Once people are elected, how long are they going to stay? So that's term length. Are people going to get to serve for their whole life? 1 year, 10 years? What requirements do you have to meet to be in the government? Do you have to be born in the US? How long do you have to live here? How will lawmakers be chosen? Does everyone get to vote? Or are there education or wealth or land requirements based for voting? Should lawmakers be paid? Again, structure of the courts. So you guys just have to pick which you think is the most reasonable option. And this is for the highest court. So the role of the highest court. So cases start at a local court, then go to the state court, and then could go to the federal court. So this is the very last say. What kind of cases should they hear? How can leaders be removed from power? What will the status of slavery be in the new country? Should we pay our foreign debts? Do we need to list rights? And how will we protect states' rights? Okay, so after your group has gone through and decided your position on all 15 of these, your last step to be ready is to decide which of these issues is most important to you. So pick your top 3 issues that your state cares about the most and put a star next to those 3 issues. Okay, once you have done that with your group, you have done what you need to do to prepare for the convention. And after that point, you can go back to working on your state sign, or you can do some independent work, either reading or working on your student-led conference slides, okay? Next class, we will start our negotiations for the Constitutional Convention, and I'm really excited to get started. Thank you guys for your work today. Feel free to email me if you have any questions, and I will see you soon.